end of Friday, we'll know what to do. So we agreed to start work early on Thursday. Now, so we began work on Thursday, and we did the vetting. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the morning of the Thursday, some intimations came from the Honorable Minority Leader to the First Deputy Speaker, the Chairman of the committee, to the effect that they were willing to take Honorable Akando early. So they were willing to add him to the early business for Thursday. Meanwhile, as the majority chief whip, my focus has been ensuring that we were to vet as many as we could out of the numbers outstanding for Thursday. Now, they said that we couldn't work beyond 4. I said, no. Already we had a backlog from Wednesday. So if they were insisting on doing just 4, then it means that we were also going to waste Thursday. We're not going to tackle Thursday's original business. And so I brought this matter into focus. And that was the Honorable Kujeto and the Honorable Sam George had practically begged to be heard the Monday before. But the schedule couldn't accommodate them. The chairman was very clear with me that he had already agreed with Rankin and his team, so there was no way he would tamper with the schedule by adding to the load. And so it was Tuesday. So the Honorable Kujeto had to resign himself to his fate to be vetted on Thursday. So was Sam George. And these were persons who had, from all indications, done some protocol arrangements. You know, they are massive following, chiefs and all that coming all over. But chairman won't have it. Nobody was willing to accommodate them earlier. So they were prepared to be vetted on Thursday. Only for Thursday, after vetting 1, 2, 3, for our brothers to indicate that they were most unwilling to continue with work. But Chairman, you are more senior to me in this house. But the protocols and the practices are that where a caucus constituting part of a committee are in disagreement with the position of the committee's work or direction, you make your reservations known and then you walk away. Even by our standing orders, we are permitted to file minority reports on some of these matters. So you can file those reports and make your views known strongly as part of the final report that would have gone to plenary. But they won't have it. And they insisted on staying and disrupting the process. So if you saw, I think it was after we had done with the Honorable Kofi Adams, if I recall. So I asked that, I think I may be missing the sequence now. But it was after I asked the Honorable Akando. After Nikbe, thank you. So after Nikbe was done with, I directed that the next nominee, which was the Honorable Akando, I believe, to take the seat. In taking the seat, just
Honorable Chief Whip, was Honorable Akando originally slated for Thursday? Was it part of the list?
That is so. In fact, I mentioned earlier that the Honorable Minority Leader gave indication by a phone call. He actually placed a phone call to the chairman of the committee that they want to take Honorable Akando early. In fact, they were willing to take him as part of that day's business, so to speak. So Honorable Akando, there was no problem regarding taking him for the day.
No, we just want it on record.
Yes, yes.
Honorable Akando's name was on the list.
He was.
So we have a list from Honorable
Honorable Chief Whip, let us get it clear, because we have had earlier evidence to the effect that Honorable Akando was not part of the Thursday list. And please, until the Thursday list was for 3 people. Then you recompiled your list. That's the question that the chairman wanted to know. Whether originally Akando was part of the Thursday list until you had to do a reshuffle, a rearrangement, and you then brought him. And it was on the prompting of the minority chief whip who stated that they now wanted to take Akando early. And that's how Akando found himself in the Thursday list. This is what he wants to clear. Thank you.
Chairman, yes, that was the earlier sequence. I mentioned that because of loading the Wednesday's outstandings onto the other outstanding work that we had, the schedule kept changing. So initially in the morning, after we had dealt formal that Wednesday morning, the new schedule that came to me had Akando for Thursday as part of the tall chain of nominees we had for Thursday and the tall chain of nominees we had for Friday. Then later in the day, some shifting again happened. So eventually, Akando got shifted to Friday. But a call came again from the minority chief whip, minority leader himself, that they were willing to take Akando as part of the Thursday's business and also take him early. I recall this very well. So yes, we may have.
Honorable Leader,
yes.
In fact, what you just said, the chairman also confirmed same.
Yeah.
But our difficulty is that you have a schedule.
Yeah.
And then a minority leader decided that, oh, even though we have this schedule, we can allow Honorable Akando to be vetted, but not the rest of those who are on the list. That's our worry.
No. You see, Chairman, let's place these matters in context. They were not saying that we won't vet the rest of the people. What I speak of is that the prioritization. Whether Akando will be vetted last for the day, early enough in the day, is what I speak of. The change of mind occurred. The change of mind occurred in the evening. I don't know what happened. I don't know. They went to a caucus. You know, that Thursday morning, they had some early press conference and called me all sorts of names that I was bullying them and all that. But I was, as the chief whip, I was minded to get my businesses done and on time. So my focus was getting my people to line up as and when it was necessary to call them. So the change of mind came in the evening, to be very honest with you, because we were working. But when it got to the evening, they just decided that they won't let us continue, even though as a committee or as a committee of parliament, we worked till sometimes midnight, sometimes the wee hours of the following day. We do it all the time, given the exigencies of the time. So I got worried that out of the blue, a decision is being made to not vet persons we had programmed the entire week. In fact, we had programmed the week before, who even pleaded to be heard earlier in the week, but we refused. And then the minority on the committee would just say that we won't hear you today. Go and come tomorrow. When they are done, we have made protocol arrangements and all. So, Chairman, you can understand. So it posed a problem for me. All efforts to get them to disengage from that position failed. And they are lined up this way. They have brought in more men, more colleagues, And if you saw from the videos, I had tried as much as possible to get my members to remain calm. But I was roving. When I cannot took his seat, suddenly he was swamped. So I came to stand by him to ensure that he got sworn in and made ready for the proceedings to kickstart. Then Charles came to support me. And then, yes, Jerry came and Charles came to support me, as it were. It stood. Say that we won't hear you today. When they are done, we have made protocol arrangements and all. So, Chairman, you can understand. So it posed a problem for me. All efforts to get them to disengage from that position failed. And they are lined up this way. They have brought in more men, more colleagues. And if you saw from the videos, I had tried as much as possible to get my members to remain calm. But I was roving. When I cannot took his seat, suddenly he was swamped. So I came to stand by him to ensure that he got sworn in and made ready for the proceedings to kickstart. Then Charles came to support me. And then, yes, Jerry came and Charles came to support me, as it were. He stood by his right-hand side, if I recall. And I was this way, trying to get the clerk to get him sworn in. Then Jerry left. Jerry Shaib went back. Then I saw Charles in a tango with the Honorable Tampuri. Tampuri, yes, that's my brother's name. And there was a crack in the first table. It's been pulled apart. So there was a big crack in between the first table and the second. And because of that opening, Charles got trapped in there. And I saw his back. I was looking at his back. And Tampuri was over him. And then...
Sorry, Honorable Chief Whip, can you specify? There are two different Charleses on this.
Charles Asidu,
very well.
my brother who just took the seat. So, and Tampuri is heavier, is much heavier set than Charles. And given the situation I saw that he was in, if I hadn't rushed to rescue him from the grip, I don't know what would have happened. Because the table was firmly in place and he had his back against it, and Tampuri was over him. And so I went to extricate him from his grip. That was how come I entered the fray. And I got my fugu entangled in the fray, and I was asking, we are brothers, we are lawyers, we are custodians, we don't do this. If you disagree with the proceedings, well, brother, you walk. You don't disrupt the proceedings. Then, as if he woke up, he looked at me with a smile and let go of the fugu. That was what happened. And so eventually, you saw my leader also trying to say that, Rock, these people don't listen to you. Leave them. Let's see how we can get the evening over. Then we can go home and come back the next day.
In our meeting, we realized that, and you were deeply involved as a member of parliament, not only heckling, but there was physical contact with Tampuri. He held your dress, you also held his dress. That's what we saw. Can you confirm whether you also, held his dress?
I don't recall ever holding his dress at all. It would have led to, because I'm also strong enough. If I had held his dress, it would have led to something. But I had my two hands up. He had the front of my fugu this way, and I had my hands up, and I was exchanging. That was when I was telling him, "Oh, bro, why do you want us to fight over this? We are lawyers, we are custodians, we don't do this." Trying to reach out to him, his deepest recesses. And eventually he smiled and let go of the food. you know, and
thank you. Okay.
I felt my fugu held from like 2 different places. I think the front himself and somebody tagging at it from behind, but I couldn't tell who it was. Yeah.
Yes, so leader, we saw the video and we saw you move to that place. I want to find out from you. You did not go there to fight.
At all. I was never interested in, because if I initiate anything, I'll lose my opportunity to have my proceedings continued. So I was interested in having order restored. I went there, when I left Akando's site, I went there just to rescue Asiru. It was to get Asiru out of the grip of Tampuri and then